Today I'm going to give you guys the best strategy for dropshipping if you have zero money. And guys, if you're a lazy guy, don't even watch this video because this requires work, but I can guarantee you that everything you see on like YouTube and stuff looks like free dropshipping strategies. We're gonna look really bad compared to this one because this strategy is just so insane if you utilize it right. And guys, just try this one out if you're struggling with affording dropshipping, because it's gonna work, no doubt. Last video, 30-minute consulting call. Winner is Sarubdi. Is there any way I can get a consulting call with you? Man, I can relate so much with you gaming and stuff like that. Yeah, dude, you just won the consulting call, so you can message me. My Instagram will be here. If you want to win a free 30-minute consulting call, just make sure you message me. And guys, thank you for the subscribers. I'm gonna talk about it later, but it truly means a lot. But I don't want to waste time. Let's just get straight into the video. Okay guys, so the free strategy, this is not Facebook ads or anything like that because it's absolutely free. So what I'm going to be telling you guys is how I would do it, how I do this myself. I'm actually planning on doing it, but I'm probably going to hire people to do it because it will take a lot of time. But it's basically, making other people advertise for you for free or for a percentage. But make sure you listen to the strategy because it's not like a TikTok strategy or Twitter stuff. It's probably new when you haven't heard, because I figured out something when I saw those promotions of people I used to go to school with like years ago before I dropped out of it, and I recognized a pattern that was really interesting that I want to talk to you guys about today. So these girls, they probably have like 600 followers on Instagram, or maybe less. Like they could have 400 followers or 1,000. The thing about all these girls is that their age is probably around like 14 to 18, maybe 20-year-old, but let's just say 14 to 19-year-olds. What those people find really cool in that age is being an influencer, is being popular, it's being cool. And what isn't cooler if you're a fucking 15-year-old girl? What wouldn't be cooler than pretending you're an influencer by advertising products? And let's say your name is Julia. Julia is 15-year-old and she's really obsessed with being popular in school. Imagine how cool Julia would be if she just posted a story saying, use my code Julia15 for a 15% off on this store. Like, she would feel like the coolest, most baddest girl in the whole class. Like, she would just feel that she's an influencer. She would feel like she's just so damn, she would just feel like she's like the big deal because she's advertising with someone, because she have her own special code like Julia15 for 15% off. Wow, she's so special. Holy, Julie's special, you guys. What you always could do is, to go to groups. I don't know, like, what traditions you guys have in your country, but if there's like, if like, a girl squad or boy squad in like your class is making like a group Instagram, they would just feel so insane, to advertise. But it's like the main thing here is getting, this one more strategy here, but when it comes to those girls, like, if you could have like 10 girls with 500 followers advertising for you that they obviously have never advertised before. If you have 10 girls with 500 followers advertising for you, that's 5,000 followers right there seeing your product that's not used to ads, because they just follow random schoolgirls and schoolboys, so they are not used to see ads. So if you just do like a cheap product, a lot of people will buy. And this strategy is so good, but it requires a lot of work. What you want to be doing, you want to go into the DMs to these girls. I would just recommend girls because that's what I've seen. I don't know who started this. It's really weird, but I just started recognizing the pattern. But I would go into those girls' DMs and I would basically just ask like, hey, how, because no one is probably DMing them, so you just go like, hey, how do you feel about like 5 or 10% of like each of my sale? Would that be cool? I mean, you could get your own special code, like we could do Julia15, which means like Julia and a 15% discount. Imagine how cool you would be like in front of your friends. Like, we're not gonna say how cool you would be, but that's the point here, is getting in their mind, to making they think like they're cool. By the way guys, I ordered a new webcam. It's gonna come soon, so we'll get rid of this garbage pretty soon. But they would feel so incredibly cool. They would be the most baddest girl in the school because they're advertising. They got their own special discount. God, that's insane. So go into DMs. Hello, how would you feel about 5 or, you decide, but 5 or 10% of every one of my sales, and you're just gonna be confident that you will make sales. They have nothing to lose, because if you don't make sales, they didn't pay you or anything. So like, how they would feel, to get like 10% of all your sales. I mean, that would be awesome. Who wouldn't do that when you're also getting the status of being a influencer for like 15-year-olds, because they think they're an influencer when they get a promotion code. So they would get the status of an influencer, which is obviously bullshit, but they will feel like that. They will feel so cool, and then you get 10% off every one of your sales. most likely a lot of those girls won't make any sales, but it's possible, right? So then you just give them like 10% of the profits, which is no big deal. So if you set up a chatbot or something, you don't even need to. If you're just hustling on your phone, you know, look at that thing back there, the bed. If you just lay down there with like this phone and just message girl after girl, you just see like the people they're following and stuff. You just go in here and you just start typing. You just start typing like, how would you feel, you know, about like percentage code? Wouldn't that be really awesome? And then it will say yes. So if you send out a message to 100 girls every day, you have the same copy message. You say like, hey Julia, how would you feel about 5 to 10% of my profit? You can get your own special code for promotion and you will get 10% of all the profits. Would love to hear from you later. Something like that. And you just copy it and you send it to 100 to 200 girls every single day in Instagram DMs. And you just change the name from like Julia to Anna or whatever the name is. Just change it like that and send it like 100 to 200 girls a day. Like you'll probably, you know, have like 100 visitors in your store daily, and you will, I think you could make a 6-figure store just by doing this, but it's a lot of hustle. And once you made a lot of money, just hire your friends to do this stuff for you. Just hire your friends, you know, to send out those DMs. Like say, like you get $1 per 10 girl you send it to or whatever. The next thing is TikTok influencers. The cool thing here is that these are actually influencers though. This is not like girls. So I recommend the first strategy, but this one is also good. First one is obviously the best in my opinion because you get multiple people that's, you know, feeling they're so cool, so they will advertise for free. But TikTok influencers is insane because what you can do, they're often new to fame. I recommend finding girls here, but there's a lot of girls blowing up on TikTok and they're new to fame. They don't even know what fame is, so you could cut them like the worst deal ever. Of course we're being a little bit of a douchebag here, but we want the money, don't we, right? So you want to say like 5% to 10% of every single sale. You just want to say like you want to think like this, but don't say it. You want to think like, hey, you're new to fame. Wouldn't it be cool to advertise and get 10% of sales? And if you go to Instagram influencers, they will say like, give me $50 and advertise for 24 hours. Give me $100. Give me $200. Give me $70. Those TikTok influencers, nah, just give me 5%. That's so awesome. I've never done business before. They'll be like that, right? Oh, my first business opportunity ever. What is this? I've never been advertising before. That's so cool. I'm getting famous. So just hit up the TikTok influencers. I haven't done it, so I don't know exactly how to do it. You could do that. But definitely recommend the, you know, girls. Get multiple girls with 700 followers, 500 followers to advertise your products with like their own special code because they're so cool and you'll probably see a lot of success. That's a really weird strategy. My next video, by the way, will be a lookalike video. I'm gonna upload it on Wednesday, so stay tuned. Don't unsubscribe, guys, because my next video is gonna be the best. Don't even think about it. Like, it's gonna cover absolutely everything on Facebook ads, like no doubt. And thank you guys so much for almost 150 subscribers. It's incredible, guys. If you utilize this strategy, if you just get out of your idiotic mindset and you just start putting in the work and you don't care about how you feel, you stop playing like video games and stupid stuff, and you just spend like anywhere from like one hour a day on this, and you will see results. But there's this hustle. Like, this is the worst job ever because you gotta write in those DMs, but damn, it's really good chance of, you know, getting your product out there to a ton of people. So I hope you like this video. Make sure you subscribe because the next video is gonna be so good. Like, I'm not even kidding you. The next video is gonna be so good Facebook ad related. It's probably gonna go viral, I hope. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.